Bayern players will resume training on Monday. I mean, that's something to relieve me from just this stupid video I'm about to make. So, all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. First of all, thank you everyone so much for 118 subscribers. It's crazy because like a few days ago, not a few days, I'm exaggerating. A few weeks ago, we were celebrating 100 subscribers, so it's crazy. But Bayern Munich players will resume training on Monday. The sessions will take place under very strict conditions, and if it's not healthy, they'll probably just leave. They'll be divided into 4 groups of 4 and one of 5 players. So that's good. You know, that means that the league will return at the end of this month, hopefully behind closed doors. Dude, look, I think this virus has had enough, and it's taken enough from us. We need football back. I want it back. I'm bored. I don't know what to do. I don't have that. I don't have a life outside of football. So this is what I watch. I love it. So, of course, now that we were done with that, time for more sad news. So Bayern are planning to pick between Timo Werner or Leroy Sane, which is pissing me off because I don't want Werner or Sane. I want Werner and Sane. I think we're not at that stage now where we can go, oh, you're right, we can have Werner, or we need a specialist right winger, and we eventually will need to replace Lewandowski. Now, we don't need to replace Lewandowski. His body will take care of him for as long as he needs. Anna Lewandowski cooks this guy and turns him into a machine every single weekend after he leaves the matches. And he keeps getting better. So Lewandowski, replacing him isn't an option for me. What we need is a winger to replace Ian Robben and Frank Ribery. We already have Gnabry. Coman's non-existent because he spends more time in the freaking trainer's and doctor's office than he does on the pitch. We don't need that. I mean, Coman averages the most minutes every season spending time on the treatment table. We don't need that anymore. What we need now is fit players who are ready to go. We need a world-class left winger. That's it, to replace Kingsley Coman. I mean, not only replace Kingsley Coman, but to add quality. Coman shouldn't be, we shouldn't have this pressure on him if he's just going to get injured. That's not how this should work. Now, if the club are really coming out and saying, oh, it's Sane or Werner, that's not, we need one and the other one. We need both. We need two. We need 2 world-class players. And Werner is world-class, and so is Sane. Sane is more world-class. It's realistic to have any sports events or football matches, especially. It's unrealistic to have any sports events or football matches, especially in European competitions for this year and the next. Domestically, could be done behind closed doors in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I don't think we'll see. Apparently, UEFA, I mean, not apparently, they have come out, UEFA, and said the Champions League, the Europa League, they have to be completed by August the 5th or August 1st. So basically, pretty much into the new season. That's 4 months from now, isn't it? August, yeah, it's about 4 months. I'm not ready to wait that long. I don't care. Play the matches. I mean, if they were thinking about doing World Cup formats where they just are in a camp, I'm not into that. I don't know how much that works. I mean, if they can organize a World Cup in just a few weeks, then they can organize surely to finish the season quickly. We need to get the season completed. The most important thing is to get the season completed. I mean, it's not just the Bundesliga. It's the Bundesliga 2. It's the 3 Liga. It keeps going. There's so many steps to German football, and I think that if we have one and not the other ones, it's just they're not going to work. And what about promotion and relegation? How are you going to figure that out? So I think they'll finish the season. Hopefully by the end of this month they start, or they've already had a plan in their head of how they're going to do it, because I think they will play behind closed doors. And realistically, the team or the league that brings football back, because not all leagues have to be in sync. They don't have to all be playing at the same time. The league that brings it back will make billions because people want football back. I mean, if you're an English fan or Premier League fan, you're not going to sit there and go, oh my god, Bayern Mönchengladbach are playing Dortmund. I don't want to watch that. Or Bayern Munich are playing Borussia Dortmund in an empty stadium. I'm not going to watch that. Come on. We're all going to watch it. Even if it was the Serie A or even Ligue 1, we'd be watching it. So the league that gets its football back is going to benefit the most. And I think that every single league is racing to start. And I think Germany is in the best situation to do so because they have better, the advanced stadiums, very, organized stadiums and atmospheres. I mean, Italy can barely get people to stay home, whereas Germany can. I mean, look at how good and nice the stadiums are. So yeah, I mean, let's go back to the topic. Leroy Sane or Serge Gnabry. Get it in in the comments, not your comments. It's my comments. I can. Now I'm playing. It's your comments. Who would you pick? Because that's what it looks like we're gonna have to be doing. We're gonna have to pick between Sane or Timo Werner, and I don't want that. I want both. And I think that if we're trying to get back to the top level, we need the top players, right? Real Madrid don't go, you know what? Eden Hazard's good, but we need to pick between him or Vinicius Jr. No, they go and buy both, right? They don't go, oh my God, Toni Kroos is good, but, Sane for sure, but ideally both. Okay, that's good, interesting. When did Bayern forever get admin? I don't care. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know who I gave admin to. I guess 3 people now have admin, which is incredible. So yeah, I mean, ideally both. Yeah, that's what we need. I'm focusing on football on top 11 because I need to buy a left back for my team in top 11. So I'm gonna look down here every 3 minutes because everyone wants these left backs. I just need a left back. Okay. I need David Alaba in this game. But for me, I think that we do need to focus on getting both and improving. If we want to improve the team overall, we need the best players. And I've seen Sane play, on TV. Not in real life. Who watches? Not even City fans watch City games. No one watches City games. But I've seen Sane on TV, and he is so strikingly amazing to watch. Even when we weren't linked to him, I was like, I wish we had a player like this. Someone so elegant and effective, scores everything. Sane is like a striker that's a winger, right? The only reason he's a winger is because he likes to dribble and take people on. At the same time, he's very good crosser of the ball. And, he always puts in that lovely cross. He's like, he always puts it in and it always gets to where it needs to go. I mean, watch Sane highlights. He's so good at crossing. And, I mean, everyone loves these graphics. I don't know why, but somehow people always love these graphics. They're the same graphics, but here is Leroy Sane. I mean, his strengths, I couldn't even fit all of them in. He's going to cost us around 100 million. Another thing with Timo Werner is Timo is going to be cheaper than Sane because Timo Werner is in the Premier League, right? Premier League pricing. But Sane is so good. Look at him. I mean, look, he's 24 as well, and he's German. And the key strength, his finishing ability. He is better than Raheem Sterling at everything. Dribbling, passing, even aerial duels. And he's 6 foot. I want a tall winger. We've never had a tall winger. Well, Robin was tall, but not like tall. He was more of just a guy who was tall. He wasn't a big guy. I wouldn't say Iron Robin was huge. I wouldn't say any of that. But Sane is, and I think we'd love to have him. And also, I mean, look at Werner. Werner has a few strengths of his own, but I'm not into this whole play a winger or a striker in their in a different position. If a player's a left winger, play him at left wing. So I mean, Jesus, Werner would go for around 50 million or 60 million. That's what I'm hearing. Leipzig have a release clause in there. And okay, cool. But for me, I would rather spend twice that on Leroy Sane and know that we have a world-class specialist left winger who we've been needing for a while than buy a striker who can play left wing. See, I don't understand. Werner has 23 goals in 25 matches in the Bundesliga, right? Shouldn't you play him in the position where he got 23 goals in 25 matches? You should, right? So why are we going to buy Werner to play him on the wings? Where's the logic in that? Because, okay, yeah, he'll give you a 7 out of 10 on the wings, but he'll give you a 9 out of 10 up top. So, like, I don't understand that. And when I say 7 out of 10 and 9 out of 10, it's a different scale. For Werner, that's good. That's world class, But for someone like a Coman, 7 out of 10 for him would be 6 out of 10. It's an average for him. Whereas Werner, his level is much higher. So for me, what I'm saying here is just, we can't. I'm not into this. I want a specialist left winger. I don't care how much he costs. We need a specialist left winger, and then we can focus on buying backups. Then we can focus on I don't even care about the right back. I'm not as concerned about it, but of course I still want a right back. I'm just saying, if it meant we had to sacrifice getting a right back, which I don't think we should sacrifice getting anybody, right? If we're gonna buy Timo Werner, it's because Sane's already here and we need another German. That's what I'm saying. But if we're gonna buy Timo Werner because we couldn't buy Leroy Sane, then I'm gonna be pissed, and I think a lot of fans are, because how long has the Sane crap been happening? The stories after stories. I just read somewhere yesterday. Sane for sure is, Bayern having doubts, and then like one source comes out, denies it all, and then we restart. Right? Bild always come out and deny it all, and then we restart. So it keeps happening over and over again. I'm kind of tired of this. So I mean, the best and the most important news here is that the team training is going to start happening, which is good for us because there's other leagues that still don't have training for a couple more weeks. And the most important thing is for our players to get back. How are you gonna do your job if you don't see your coworkers every day? How are you not gonna you can't do your job. Leave a like on the video, everybody. We're at 2 likes. How are we still only at 2 likes with 50 million people watching? That we should have 50 million likes as well. So yeah, when training goes on Monday under strict conditions, right? We just need everyone to please don't get, because if a player got the coronavirus, yes, they wouldn't die from it, right? And if a healthy, good person got it, there wouldn't be a huge risk, right? But still, like if one Bayern player or one Bundesliga player gets it, they're gonna postpone the season even more. I think the Bundesliga will resume before the Prem, because I think England doesn't have the infrastructure that Germany does when it comes to stadiums. So it's going to be harder for England to play behind closed doors. When you tell Germans to stay inside, they'll stay inside. But I think English people have the tendency to break rules that don't need to be broken. That's not even a disrespect to them. I just think that, if you told an English person, stay inside, Boris Johnson is a shite show for healthcare. Exactly, man. I mean, in America, it's the same thing. I mean, then again, we do have better healthcare here. Even though it's not free, we're not overloaded, New York City has more cases than England, like 3 times the cases. And they're New York City, I mean, just a small city like that. And they're not overloaded like England is. And that's because the healthcare is public, and there's various companies you can go to. Whereas in England, it's like one central, the NHS they call it, right? And here it's like you can go to the hospital still. So I mean, that's the thing with free healthcare. I don't get is, the government is responsible for. Do you trust the government with your healthcare? That's the question. If you can't trust the government with your money, how are you going to trust them with your health? If you can't trust the government with your kids, and going to school, how are you going to trust the government with your health care? And I think that, it's even more effective, because Canada has free health care as well. And I hear stories all the time of people coming from Canada to the US to come get cared for, because it takes so long in their system to get. Why would my mom decide that now is the best time to use the blender? She's been using it for like 20 minutes before I was going live, and now, can anyone hear that? Is it just me? It's just in my ear. Because I can hear it. Come on. She's just doing this now. She just decides to blend now. So, I just don't think free healthcare is tangible to keep it going. Just relax. No, I'm not relaxing. She does this every day. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think free healthcare is tangible, or, you can keep it going. How long until the bubble bursts? How long? Because this issue shouldn't be happening. If the UK was like, private companies' healthcare, you would have hospitals all over the place, right? Just New York City is handling this better than I think the UK. How are you getting overloaded with 40,000 cases now? Hold on, I have to check these cases. England, a whole country is getting overloaded with. The U.S. has probably, just New York City, 1 in 4 cases in the U.S. or the coronavirus are in New York City, which is statistical because it's just there. I mean, I want to know these numbers. Okay, so England, United Kingdom, 47,000 cases. No one knows how many people have recovered, but there's a bunch of deaths. right? And you wouldn't have this if you had private healthcare, because you would have, a wider. I mean, the U.S. the the where you need the government is like military. I mean, they just brought a giant ship to aid in the treatment of patients, because I don't think the UK can do that. I just think that, the whole, public health care, the government controls it, and people pay more taxes. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think if you have more money, you should be able to afford better health care than everyone else. And if you aren't willing to work hard for your health care, you shouldn't be afforded the same care. I mean, Germany has more cases than England, but I mean, only 1,500 deaths. I mean, that's crazy to me, because 23,000 people out of the 98,000 cases have recovered. A bit slow off the mark with deploying the army in the UK. Yeah, I mean, the US. Do you even have an army? Does Britain even have an army anymore? I mean, the US has a. Oh my God, it's kind of crazy, because I mean, the city I live in, it's a military, a lot. 40 minutes away, it's a military place. I mean, there's just military here is such a huge deal. It's like, if it's everywhere. I mean, we have Fort Carson, which is like I guess a military, institution. It's like there's a whole small city here just with military personnel, right? And they live on base, right? They get deployed here. And I just lost one of my favorite teachers of all time, because she left and went to a different state because her husband is in the military. I forgot the Spartans. No, Colorado. Yeah, that's the high school I go to. But it's crazy. The military is such a huge deal here, and you're starting to see it. When a world situation like this happens, no one would have guessed it. Honestly, I don't think the coronavirus was out of bat soup. I think there's so much into it. So back to the whole players. Do you see players playing in is it, you were Ireland, right? Are players? I mean, it's not as worse in Ireland because it's a smaller country. So actually watching a movie. No, Scotland. You're from Scotland. Yeah, I was watching a movie, or whoever's from Scotland. I don't know. But I was watching a movie called Connect. Oh my God, it was so depressing. This dude, this guy was, he was. I don't even know what accent. He was Scottish, in a small Scottish town. He was depressed. I mean, suicidal. And then I'm not going to talk about it because the ending did piss me off. I'm not going to lie. Man, I just need good players. I'm bidding. I don't care. I need a left back. Yeah, see, it's crazy. So he was depressed, and then, the movie went through all of how he, got past his depression, and then eventually, that depression just, but he got better, after getting help and reintegrating into society. And then at the end, the weirdest ending in the movie I've ever seen in my life, he goes and still kills himself. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't. I don't know why I'm saying that, actually. God damn it. No. Out of every left back I could have won, I won him. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna lie, that's actually kind of pissed me off. Okay. That's pissed me off. Because now he fits into my team, but does he fit my, identity as a manager? Alright, let's save it. Here's one for you. What is it? Okay, so I just want the season back. I mean, a lot of players, think about it. Players have to be getting this the worst, because they were saying if Werner goes to Liverpool, who misses out of the front three? Oh shoot, that's true. Okay, so if Werner goes to Liverpool, is it Mane, Salah, or Firmino? Werner isn't a Firmino, so Werner wouldn't play striker. I think he would replace Mane, because I feel like Mane is, if there was a person to leave Liverpool now, who's an important player, it would be Mane. I think he's been mistreated, well, not mistreated, but underappreciated under Jurgen Klopp. And I think that would be Mane who leaves. I just think that there's just, I mean, I've never seen, that much appreciation for Mane. I mean, I don't care if he's appreciated. He's not a player I care about. He's not our player, but he's just not been appreciated as much as the front three. Maybe Firmino will play Cam and Werner striker. Liverpool don't play a 4-2-3-1. They play a 4-3-3 with two dynamic number 8s, a defensive midfielder, a central forward who is a false 9, Firmino. Firmino is the only one that I've seen that can play that role for Liverpool. And they play. If they had Coutinho, they'd still play the 4-2-3-1. Or did they play a 4-2-3-1 when Coutinho was there? I don't remember. But and then they play with their fullbacks as wingers almost, and then they play with their wingers and they tuck inside and become almost like strikers. So yeah, Werner left wing, Firmino center forward, Mane right, Salah right wing, and Mane is an attacking midfielder. Now that's so unrealistic, like he did for Southampton or Senegal. Might make the midfield more dynamic and have Gini and Fabinho. Now I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's tangible. You can't have. That's too. How they press. That's another thing. It's their pressing depends so much on having two dynamic midfielders and then a defensive midfielder behind them to add that third man in the press. And it means their fullbacks can press as well, and their wingers can focus on the center backs almost, and the Firmino's focusing on the CDM. So even if they did create a back, they did press even more effectively. I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's possible for Liverpool to have all those three in the same team. Werner and Salah and Firmino and Mane. It's not gonna happen. It's just not. So I think if Timo Werner went to Liverpool, that means Liverpool would sell Mane, because I think Werner is better on the is not better than Mane. I'm saying if he was to play wing, he wouldn't play on the right hand side. He would play on the left as a left winger. He would not play because it doesn't make any sense for Klopp to drop or sell Firmino. They could box press like Madrid did under Jose. Nah, Liverpool don't press you can't really press in a 4-2-3-1, right? You would have to press almost like a 4-2-4, because your attacking midfielder would pretty much join forces, almost like Bayern Munich do. But Liverpool have never done that, and I don't think Klopp's changing what's been working for him. I think what he's gonna do is sell who he has now to replace them with someone younger. Werner's younger, and also Werner does fit Liverpool's ethos of no injuries. Liverpool didn't buy Naby Fekir because he got injured. That's it. He had that knee injury, right, or the hamstring, but he did have a big injury, and they thought we're not risking this, and it was going to go through, and then last minute, nope. That's why they bought Minamino to almost strengthen. It's a great point. Oh, thank you. Thought it was a great one. Talk about ego. All right, we have a left back now for the team. I took a big loss. Oh my God, no! Why are we playing a tough game today again? In 2 hours. I didn't know I was playing them. Oh my goodness. Alright, we need a center back who can hold down that center back position. That's who we need now. Or even a right back. Or a goalkeeper. We need a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper would do well for us. I don't know. Why am I focusing so much on this game? Alright, let's bid for this. I agree. Mane is much more pivotal. Yeah, Mane is just the small, kind of messy type. I think Mane is better than Salah in terms of importance to Liverpool. I don't think Salah is close to Mane, in my opinion. I've just seen Mane do so much more in that system. Salah reminds me a little bit of just that one player that will get goals, but not the big game goals. I mean, look at the goal Mane scored versus David De Gea at Old Trafford. Such a big game goal. He's a big game player, Mane. Even the goal he scored against Bayern. If Mane doesn't score that goal, Bayern would have a bigger shot at the game. But, the confidence Mane portrays on the pitch. And also, Mane's won Liverpool games. Like, legitimately, I think he came on versus and won 1-0. Was it Bournemouth? I don't know. Liverpool just struggled in that game, and Mane came on and did wonders. And we have to think, Mane is so much more important to Liverpool than Salah. And if they lost Mane, I think, and bought Werner, I don't know about Werner replacing Mane, right? I don't know about that. So that's why I'm also confused. if Liverpool buy Werner, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I mean, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. But back to the Salah and Leroy. I mean, look, Leroy Sane won Liverpool the title 2 years in where he was the 2 years in a row. Not Liverpool, Man City won the title. It was Sane. What do you think of Sane on the right wing? He played there for Schalke in Germany. As much as if he's done the best thing in his career at the left wing position, I wouldn't change that. If a player's played that well on the one side of the pitch, I'm not changing that. Of course he's done well on the left. Yeah, he cuts inside and scores. But he also scores loads of goals, with his left foot on the left-hand side in that position, in the left wing position. He's putting great crosses. He's a very good crosser, right? And we already have and I think there would be a lot of inner switching, obviously. So, Gnabry might pop up on the left and Sane on the right. Like, it would happen. So maybe a corner, and they would just switch sides, and that would make more sense to me than if he switched sides. I mean, he would literally be on the team sheet as a left winger, right? He'd play 60% of the match on the left wing, but he might switch. Maybe he's on top, Lewandowski's on the right. It just, it would make. I think that's what Hansi Flick is looking for. I think that's why you've seen Lewandowski will drag on the opposite, will go on the right hand side. Coman will take the top, right? But that's the problem. He's not intelligent like that. So you always see some dull decisions. I need a new center back. Please, just work. I need a new center back. Oh my god, of course they've outbid me. Anyone play top 11? Anyone play top 11? Please tell me someone here does. Because top 11, no one, I've asked that, no one knew what it was. Come on, it's such a good game. How do you not play it? Oh, look at this team. Oh, jeez, my team is insane. We have a cup game versus a team called Fedi FC in about 2 hours. I'm the best manager. I have incredible tactics. I lost at home in the league, but the team that was top of me, if I won the game that was at home in the Palm FC Stadium, that's the name of the team, I would have been top of the league. But now, that's not possible, is it? So what we need, oh my god, they're on me so easily. We need to play more intense. Yeah, so I think I'm going to end the stream there. I will go live in about 5 hours with FIFA. We'll do the career mode. Where are we at in the FIFA? Anyone know? Remember? I think we played, did we play Leipzig last? But I don't know who we played, but yeah, we'll go live with FIFA, and then we'll finish off maybe 2 hours or 3 hours, and we'll finish I want to get to the Champions League quarterfinals. We have Van Dijk now. It's all nice. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace.